Sophomore Jake Funk makes his points in the red zone for Maryland. Maryland football is 4-0 this season in games in which sophomore running back Jake Funk scores, a statistic the team's offensive coordinator, Walt Bell, didn't realize until earlier this week. Bell didn't dismiss it as meaningless. "I'm pretty superstitious," Bell said as he traced back the crucial touchdowns that Funk had scored in the fourth quarter of 3 of those victories. There was the 12-yard touchdown run that put the finishing touches on a 51-41 win over Texas in the season opener, the diving third-down catch in a 31-24 win over Minnesota in the Big Ten opener, and last week's pair of late-scoring runs in a 42-39 victory over Indiana, which preserved Maryland's bowl hopes ahead of this weekend's trip to Rutgers, 2-3, 3-5. Maryland, 4-4, 2-3 Big Ten, has one of the top running back tandems in the league in junior Ty Johnson and sophomore Lorenzo Harrison. Together they have gained 1,101 yards and scored 5 touchdowns, but Bell will continue to design more opportunities for the crafty Funk, who has emerged as the team's top running back in the red zone and has given the offense a change of pace on crucial downs. "I'm a running back, and I love having the ball in my hands scoring, but just being able to make plays all over the field, they're all special to me," Funk said. The Virginia Tech-Miami game might be enough to reawaken an old rivalry. It makes sense given Funk's background. The 2015 All-Met Offensive Player of the Year at Damascus rushed for 2,866 yards as a senior and set a Maryland record with 57 total touchdowns. Logging 259 carries that season helped teach him how to find holes in a variety of situations, but most especially in the red zone. "Back home, we have the I formation, downhill running, so when you get in those short yardage situations, it's very instinctual where you find a crease somewhere, and you punch that crease to gain a yard, or gain how many yards you need," Funk said. Despite being one of the state's best players in high school, Funk took an odd route to College Park. He didn't receive a scholarship offer from former Terrapins coach Randy Edsall. 2 days after Edsall was fired in the middle of the 2015 season, Maryland interim coach Mike Locksley made Funk a priority and offered him a scholarship. Funk committed to the school that week, although he endured another transition with his recruiting once DJ Durkin was hired in December 2015. Later that month, the day after Funk led Damascus to the 3A state title, Durkin called Funk into his office and told him he wanted him to enroll early. Funk quickly wrapped up school a semester early in order to get to College Park. "It was clear right away that I wanted him here, I wanted him to be a part of this thing and he's going to be a guy we're going to build around," Durkin said. This weekend's college football TV schedule. Funk was the latest part of a pedigree that had been established at other Big Ten schools. His grandmother was one of the first female athletes at Penn State, where his grandfather also played basketball and his father football. He also had a brother who played lacrosse at Ohio State. But his immersion into Durkin's program didn't come without uncertainty. With Johnson and Harrison established for the future, he was forced to try his hand at different positions, including a brief stint as a safety during spring practice. But Funk's natural ability at running back won out, and he became one of the 17 freshmen to see the field in Durkin's first season. While Funk has established himself as the third running back as a sophomore, he's become a key contributor in short yardage packages and a trusted player in red zone situations. In the fourth quarter against Indiana, Funk converted 3 third downs with short, powerful runs. Both of his fourth-quarter touchdowns were from 1 yard out. Funk, at 5 feet 11 and 202 pounds, is also a starter on 5 different special teams units, and earlier this week, Bell held him up as a model of the versatility he wants out of his top skill players. The most important play Funk made in the fourth quarter last week came after his late touchdowns, when he tackled an Indiana punt return for a loss to pin the Hoosiers inside their 10-yard line. That helped the struggling Maryland defense come up with a stop to eventually break a 3-game losing streak. That's just one way for us to keep him involved," Bell said, "and as many guys as we can have involved, the better our morale will be, the better our practices will be, the better our team will be." Read more coverage. Mike Gunty, the man, the mullet, the marketing machine at Oklahoma State. FSU could stagger to the most disappointing college football season in recent memory. Let's hope the coaches on the college football playoff committee don't vote